Yeah, I think there's always that illusion that we have such a tough travel schedule, which is we're a little bit of a distance from other teams. But I think the way the management and Mark handle it by bringing everybody in a day early and give us a day like today to practice and get ourselves organized and acclimatized to what's going on in the area is huge for us. And obviously, going against a very hard-working team tomorrow night, we got to be prepared to be well rested and ready to go.
24 games now down on your schedule, and it seems like there's been a lot of things slowly getting better and better as the season has progressed. What have you kind of seen, I guess, through 24 games, Jimmy?
Yeah, I think our game's getting a little bit more stabilized from the defending side of point of things. I think that when you look at it, we have an offensive team that can score goals. I think our special teams are respectable. I still think there's some areas of both sides we can get more consistent with, but I think overall it's giving ourselves a chance to win with our special teams. But the lines feel like they're settled. The defense pairings feel like they're settled. We've got a lot of young players on the back end, and I thought our team's done a really good job of supporting them as they grow into their Western League roles. And so I think as you look back at 24 games, we're probably where we would expect we'd like to be.
You mentioned the special teams and, your penalty kill. It just seems like it's kind of picked off of what it was last year, back at top 5 in the Western Hockey League. And again, it just seems like it continues to do great things and help your group, get points and win hockey games.
Yeah, I think the big thing with special teams is we really tied into our 5-on-5. We really try to keep the details connected, what we're trying to do with when it is 5-on-5 hockey. So arriving in D zone is about, where can we get pressure, where can we recognize where the shots are coming from, and how do we support the clears. And so it's something that it's details, it's consistency, but at the end of the day, you really need players that are willing to sacrifice and block shots and pay an extra price. Our big, concern is, can we cut down on the amount of penalties we're taking? We think 3 or less is going to give us a chance to be more consistent with it and allows us to spend more time 5-on-5. So I think what we're trying to get accomplished to our group now is, can we close down late periods, late in games, and stay 5-on-5? We do that, we think we're going to be able to become more consistent, more consistent team.
You mentioned the shot blocks, and obviously we know how good Bauer Dumansky is so good on your penalty kill. But Fraser Leonard, I feel like ever since he's come in here, he's been a shot blocking machine. Just maybe some words on him, who's kind of come into the fold on the back end, and what have you seen from Fraser?
Yeah, I think Fraser's, obviously he's into his 3rd WHL team now, and he feels good about the areas of where he wants to get better at. I think he's got a little more upside offensively than he maybe is playing with right now, but he's certainly a committed competitor. He likes to get into people and bang some bodies around, block shots, make a good first pass. I think he has more to offer up the ice at the offensive blue line, and I think that's going to come. But obviously, when you have Doomer and him together, they have a lot of confidence in their penalty kill, and I think for me as a coach to help them understand we need to bring that into their 5-on-5 play, and they need to build an identity where they're a hard pair to play against for the opposition to consistently recognize that when they're out there 5-on-5, 5-on-4, you're going to get the same type of compete with them, and that's going to become something we're going to focus on and continue to grow. And when we get there, I think it makes us a much better team.
Lastly, on a bit of a lighter note, there was the elimination shootout today, and Leith Hunter, are we going to see him maybe in the shootout here around the corner? I mean, the hands on him, and made it all the way, I think, to the final round.
Actually, I think Perry won, but I think we give it to Leither because everyone was cheering so hard for him. But such a good part of our group is we have great character people. We have really good people. They recognize Leith came in here, and he's just been battling every step of the way. He's really committed to find his role and learn how to play in the league. And I think the players really respect and like the way he gives everything he has, every shift he has. And I think in practice today, when he did have a little bit of offensive flair, that everybody was cheering. I think Per deep down was probably cheering for him as well. But it's good to have that type of character within a group. That's teams win when you have good people that care about each other, and I think that's an important part of it.